Republican Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas joins us now from Capitol Hill. Senator, good morning.
Good morning.
Want to talk about DACA, and of course I know you have a bill to address that. Are you willing to grant those 800,000 children legal status, and what needs to be done to achieve that?
Well, first, I want to say that President Trump took the right step yesterday. President Obama's executive order was illegal. He said he didn't have the authority before he issued it, and he said when he did issue it, it was temporary. But that said, President Trump is trying to deal with the situation in the most orderly way possible. He can't defend that order in court, but he wants Congress to take action, and I've talked to him, and I've said that I'm happy to help try to forge some kind of compromise. If we're going to give legal status, though, to these young people in their 20s and 30s who are here through no fault of their own, we have to recognize that's going to have negative consequences. It's going to open up a whole new category of people who could get legal status, namely their parents who violated the law by bringing them here. And it's going to encourage other people to bring their children across the border in the future, which is a very dangerous thing to do. So my legislation, the RAISE Act, would stop unlimited family chain migration, addressing the first problem, and then enhanced enforcement measures would address the second problem. That's a straightforward and targeted package that doesn't try to boil the ocean or solve every problem, but solves the problem right in front of us.
Do you have any indication that President Trump supports your bill, or that the Senate Majority Leader supports your bill?
Well, President Trump and I, along with Senator Perdue, my co-sponsor, had an event last month at the White House where we introduced the bill. President Trump also cited our legislation in his statement yesterday, rescinding President Obama's unlawful order. So he strongly supports it, and I've discussed with Senator McConnell my efforts to try to help solve the immediate problem in front of us, but also mitigate the harms of taking that action. Congress has tried to pass a big sweeping immigration bill 3 times in the last 11 years. It's failed every time. It's time that we take a different, incremental, common sense approach.
Which leads me to my question, where you said it's failed every time. It's heartbreaking looking at the DACA recipients who are really very frightened. They're terrified. They're marching in the streets. The people that love and care about them, they really are in legal limbo. So how confident are you that this time Congress can get this done, knowing what's at stake?
Well, again, if we address this specific problem in front of us, I'm confident that we can. Part of the problem has been that Democrats for many years have not wanted to take this incremental measured step because they wanted to try to tie up legal status for these 600,000 to 800,000 20 or 30-something young people.
Senator, that leads us right back to where we started. The Democrats blame the Republicans blame the Democrats. So I know you've had conversations with your colleagues. Have there been real heart-to-heart conversations about what we're going to do to make sure this time we get it done? Forget about the past. We now have to look to the future.
Well, actually, there's plenty of blame to go around to both parties on this, and failures 3 times over the last 11 years. But no, I've had conversations with my Democratic colleagues, and you really can't dispute, just as a logical matter, that if we give legal status to these people in their 20s and 30s, that it is going to encourage more illegal immigration, and it will open up legal status for the very people who violated the law. So we should just have an open and common sense discussion about that and try to solve those specific problems. My legislation, the RAISE Act, does that, and say employment verification to make sure that business owners aren't hiring illegal immigrants will help address that as well. Those are all details, though, that we can negotiate if we sit down and we focus on this specific problem, not everything under the sun when it comes to immigration.
All right, Senator Tom Cotton, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.